And how is it going, everyone? Welcome to I Wanna Be the Permanence. And let's see how permanent this is gonna be, though it's looking like it will be quite permanent, but that's okay. How is it going, Draenot? Well, basically, I remember someone telling me, well, it was Yami, telling me that there was, I think it was the second game that had, like every stage was a different genre, right? But this doesn't seem to be the case here. Every stage seems to be trap needle. Well, mostly needle, but with trap sprinkled in between. Wait, I can just do this, right? Yeah, as long as I'm fast enough, I can. Alright. Oh yeah. As long as I'm fast enough, it's easier said than done. Oh, but it's very doable. Alright. Hey Blue, how is it going? But yeah. Wow, what a laser. I actually checked the VOD and the volume is quite loud, or was quite loud. I hope that it's not loud now, but yesterday it was quite loud. The problem with games like this is that it's impossible to know that, because the sound balance is so shit that, you know, there's not much you can do. Like at some points the sound might be fine, just for at other points be the opposite of fine. It's a bit loud now. Yeah, I can probably see that. Let me. Well, no, that's the song looping. It's not that I decreased it a lot. Okay, I hope it's fine now. I don't know. It's just very hard to calculate. Very, very hard. What you mean this song is not that great? It is. What's not that great is listening to it over and over again, but the song itself is great. Ah. How cheeky of you, Mr. Game. Very, very cheeky. Very, very interesting of you. Need a limiter or something? I mean, I don't think that really exists. Not for what I know, at least. Well, maybe it does. I maybe should investigate, but I don't know the way it will work, because I don't know. The problem is that in a lot of sounds there are loud noises, and the loud noises, what they do is well, obviously they are loud, but like they are the only thing loud, and they only happen sometimes. See, for example, let's pretend this game didn't have loud music, right? This laser that comes here is loud. But imagine if that's the only thing that was loud. So if I had an automatic limiter, something like that will make the whole stream a lot quieter for no reason. You know, that's the problem. Since you're a web dev, do you have any advice on buying a domain name? I never purchase a domain name, so no. That's something that when I enter the... Well, see, that's the thing. In my company, there is like the installation of the software is something that I have nothing to do with. Like, I develop it, I test it, and then I am like, yeah, this is okay to send. And sometimes I even send it to them via an FTP. But when it comes to actually installing it, I don't do that. I didn't do it the first time, and obviously I'm not doing it the next times. What about hosting shit? They are two different things. The domain name is basically, yes, you purchasing a name that can be associated with an IP, and that way whoever does that, you know, gives you the access to that. And on the other hand is hosting your web page, which is a different story, though I think there are some services that do both things at the same time, but yeah. Unfortunately, I know nothing on the subject because when I was at university, I remember someone telling us to do it to practice, like to host a web page in a free hosting. We used something called Hosting Share, which worked like shit really, but hey, it was free at least. And you know. But then it could choose as quickly make the sound louder when the sound stopped being loud. Yeah, it could be that way. Just that, as I say, I don't know if something like that exists. It probably does, but I will need to investigate. Google domains don't have the one I want. Well, another thing is that you might not be able to be too picky with domain names, you know. That's something that, I mean, it depends on availability. GitHub pages. Yeah, I think you can use GitHub for that. Obviously, you will have to be, like, you will use the GitHub subdomain, but also I just realized that this stage doesn't have a boss, because that's the end of the whole section, and well, there is no boss. Can I actually use a real domain with GitHub pages? Yeah, but I think that it will have to be something like, I don't know, thisnuts.github.com, you know. That's how it will work, probably. Yeah, no, I don't know. I really wouldn't be able to tell you much, because I never, like, aside from Hostinshare, I didn't use any hoster. And yeah, trust me that using Hostinshare is not a good idea. It's definitely not a good idea. So yeah, you could try GitHub, as Blue says, because I really don't know what other better alternative there is. Looking up any info related to hosting shit is a hellscape. Everyone always talks about using WordPress. Well, I mean, you could. Not the best idea, but you know, it's a possibility. Amazon gives a year free of bunch of services like S3 for static web pages or EC2 for a whole virtual computer. Interesting. Wait a second. The spikes are getting more invisible by the time. Does that mean that they will fully turn invisible? That means that I cannot really wait too long to do this. I just realized that at some point I'm assuming, yeah, they will fully turn invisible. Well, I'm assuming that by the time they turn invisible, I will have already reached the top. Probably. Isn't it just a blogger thing? I think it is. Yeah, no, widths and company are basically things that make the web page automatically. I think Draenor just wants to host his own thing. To be able to add a record for whatever subdomains you want to your DNS config to point to whatever GitHub pages tell you to. Okay, now it's going yummy. After that, the only problem is the gate jump at the end. Oh, actually not just the gate team. This looks hard. Just want to host an HTML and some JavaScript. I will use GitHub pages and then link a domain you have with it. Yeah, what Blue and Yami say, I guess. Basically, trust GitHub. But you know, pretty interesting that you bring this topic, Draenor, because I meant to ask Yami a question about Git. What Git client do you use, Yami, or do you just use console? Yeah, trust Microsoft. You only really need a web host if you want to run some daemon or specific server-side stuff. I see. GitHub Desktop. See, the problem with GitHub Desktop is that it doesn't have the line graph that tells you how the branches intertwine with each other. And that's basically a deal breaker. Because see, here is the problem. The problem is that at some point I was using Git Kraken, which was a very good program and everything, but at some point they made it paid, so cannot do anything there, right? So after that I started using SmartGit, which was also something you could use without paying, up until now that you cannot. So because of that I'm, yet again looking for another option, but I don't know which one. Because all of the other ones seem like they fucking suck. You just use command line? Alright. Fuck around with some stuff and want to actually commit some more time with it. I don't plan to make like actual web apps or anything. Mostly just static shit. Yeah, that's fine. Seems like a good beginning. Damn, that jump is super hard. Then you have one gate. This is gonna be hard. This is gonna be super hard. I don't think remembering the spikes is the hard part. It's just that the insane amount of jumps there are. I have no idea what that means. Well, basically, when you work on a big project, you have a lot of branches, right? And when you have a lot of branches, basically what you do... Oh, I don't know how to do that jump. Hey, I think I need advice on this jump. I'm assuming it's falling here and then doing a double jump before touching the spike, right? Because I have no idea how to react to this one. I mean, after that it's basically double jumping to the gate and then somehow doing this. You have a lot of branches, you have a tree. Maybe. How is it going, Kyle? But no, the point is that when you have a lot of branches in a big project, you kinda need to know which branch is merging to which other branch. You also need to see each commit individually in the graphic to see what was changed along the line. Those are things that the graph, the line graph shows you, and it's very useful. Problem is that for some reason GitHub Desktop doesn't have it, and there's even an issue on the GitHub of GitHub Desktop saying, hey, why don't we have this yet? And apparently the reason is that everyone is a moron, which, you know, it's up to the par with open source software. Basically no one has their priorities straight, which is the reason why it's open source and free. If they were actually being paid for it, they will at least put a little bit of effort into not doing stupid shit. But alas, that's not the case. So yeah, point is that, yeah, open source software really is something. I will recommend practicing low jumps before doing the floor gate. But how will I practice them? I don't think I can practice much, unless you mean just practice like barely tapping the button, I guess. Maybe. How is it going, Wasabi? Yeah, it seems that I need to barely tap the button. Also, with how hard this screen is, it might as well be a boss. So the fact that this stage doesn't have any boss doesn't mean much, because this is a boss. I will do it the obvious way. And what is the obvious way? The one that I said, I'm assuming. I mean, there doesn't seem to be any other way to do it. I don't know if it's obvious way, it's like the only way. Unless you're telling me there is another strat. Docker is important, but it's a pain to create one. I don't know. I don't think we use Docker in the project that I work on. Or not that I know of. That one seems very hard. Very, very hard. Like, I'm actually not sure how to do it. Or rather, like, I'm not sure how to do the jump. I know what I need to do, but the execution might be above my skill level. And the problem is that it's the third to last jump. The second one being a double jump gate jump, and the third one being one of those weird jumps that I don't think I can consistently do. So basically I'm trying to say that this screen is cancer. It's just like Needle in general. The reason why I don't like playing Needle. But yeah. In fact, I guess if someone asks me, hey, why don't you like Needle? I will show them this screen. Like, forget about the spikes going invisible. That's not important. Like, that doesn't even become a problem. That's irrelevant. Like, just the spikes themselves. The way they are arranged. Why don't you like Needle? Just look at the screen. Just look at it and you will see why. It's alright. Yeah, I know that the rest of the game is needle, and I know that it's probably gonna be harder. You know, that's not news to me. I already knew what I was getting into. I really don't know how to do that champ, dude. That champ, I just don't know. Though it's not like the gate champ that comes afterwards is something that I would really know how to do. Because those are 3 blocks. Like... yeah, I don't think I can do much on that gate champ. And the last one is even worse. You can drop and champ or champ. Guess I could try champ. You will choose drop. Alright. You have good news? I wonder. The problem is that every time that I tried just dropping, it didn't really... it didn't go well a single time. And it seems that champ also might not be a good idea. I guess I will have to do drop champ. But yeah, so basically, in case anyone wonders why this is dog shit, I don't like needle, but that's not the reason why this is dog shit. The reason why this is dog shit is because the 3 hardest champs of the whole screen are right at the end. You know? That's the kind of shit that makes this sort of screens not fun to play and something that makes you want to murder the creator with a pen. You know? It's the sort of thing, and the reason why, the whole game in general is basically consistently mediocre / bad. Most of the balance of the screen is non-existent. The balance is the lack of balance, basically. And it could be worse, trust me. Like, this is not as bad as it could be, but it is still bad. So yeah. You wanted to know, that's why. I still hate needle regardless of that, but things like this are just badly done regardless of how much you like or not needle. Like putting the hardest champs at the end, especially champs that I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to do even if they were at the beginning, until at least like a dozen tries. You know? And I don't think it's just me, like, we already talked the other day how people normally struggle with gate champs, you know, even people that are super good at fun games. And this garbage has a gate champ as the second to last champ, followed by this garbage, and then followed by this garbage, which is just, well, I wouldn't say just as bad, but it's extremely bad. And this shit is just ridiculous as well. Are you know, I wanna be the guy games either needle or avoidance? No, not really. Needle is basically platforming that puts very heavy emphasis on spikes and not too much room to move. This screen right here is the typical example of needle. You have a lot of spikes, not much room to move, and you're supposed to jump in between the spikes. That's what needle is. Adventure games, yes, often have needle, but it's more about like, not everything that has platforming is needle, you know? And adventure fun games like this one usually have sections that focus more on gimmicks, traps, and the scenery in general, right? Like a regular platforming game. Needle is called specifically the platforming that is focused on spike jumping in a very limited area like this one. That's what Needle is. Not all platforming is Needle. The same way that not every boss is an avoidance. Bosses, in fact, most of the times bosses and avoidances are two completely different things. Avoidances are basically a pattern that you just need to worry about, well, avoiding, dodging, until the time runs out. A boss is, a boss. It's an enemy with a hitbox, with a health bar, that also shoots shit that you need to avoid, but it's something that you can damage and something that you won't beat just by dodging. You also need to aim and shoot. But yeah, that's how it is. Adventure games usually have like some very calm platforming. Sometimes they do have needle. In fact, this is an example of an adventure game with an excess of needle. And I will say that most low-budget, forgettable adventure fun games are exactly like this. They are basically needle until you reach a boss, and the boss is usually dog shit. That's basically the standard adventure game, which is the reason why adventure games like, you know, Boshi, I Wanna Find My Destiny, Domu, all those fun games are regarded so high because they are not like that. Like, they are not just needle and a boss at the end. They are usually platforming that presents very creative and unique gimmicks, that also looks very good and has effort put into it. And the bosses are also what you will expect from an actual platforming game that is made by either by a big company, but I mean that not made by one guy. Like, the bosses are impressive. Well, yeah, I guess you can compare it to Cave Story. Like a boss you will expect from Cave Story, for example. Cave Story is not made by a big company, but it's made by a guy that put a lot of passion and effort into the game. Adventure games like the ones I mentioned, Domu, Boshi, and I Wanna Find My Destiny are like that. They have a lot of effort put into them, and the bosses, they look like they were from a real game, you know? A game made by someone that actually wants a good product. With the difference that this is completely free and they don't get any money from it, which makes it even more impressive. But unfortunately, those fun games that I'm saying are the minority, like a very small minority in the sea of garbage that is fun games. And this game is an example of that, of those fun games floating in that sea of garbage. Believe it or not, there are way worse games than this. So in the sea of garbage, let's just say that this one is floating on the surface. If you actually dive deep into the sea of garbage, you're gonna find things. But yeah, this one might be part of the sea of garbage, but yeah, only at the surface. Like, basically you can say that this game is the best of the worst, pretty much. It stands out, but it's still garbage, you know. Good enough to make bad games. Kinda like this game, has a lot of shit, but overall it's not horrendous. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's the kind of fun game that, as I said, it's the best of the worst. Like, I still will call this fun game bad. You know, like, I wouldn't call this decent. To me, this is bad. But again, compared to what else you can find, yes, you could even consider this a masterpiece. You can consider this game a masterpiece compared to so much shit. You know. But yeah. Drano is better than me in these games, Blue. I'm not making this look easy. If anything, I'm making this look harder than it probably is. But it doesn't matter, like, forget about the difficulty. It's not about the difficulty. It's about the design. Like, pretty much, imagine if this screen was a lot easier. Like, let's say that this gate jump is not here and this spike is a little bit more to the right. Like, it's whatever. It's basically just a needle section with no thought put into it. I mean, sure, you have the gimmick of the spikes disappearing, but that's not important. By the time the spikes disappear, you're already at the finish line. So basically what I'm trying to say is that this is just uninspired needle shit, you know? And most of the game is like this. So yeah, that's the reason why it's bad, not because it's hard. If it was easy, obviously maybe I wouldn't be complaining that much, because I will just be beating all the screens left and right, right? So I will just keep going and whatever. But yeah, it's not about the difficulty. So don't be confused by that. This is a generic ass needle screen number whatever. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. That's exactly the problem. Not that it's hard. Is that this could be in I Wanna Maker. Like, this could be a single level on I Wanna Maker made by a novice guy. By a novice guy, I mean someone that doesn't really have experience designing levels, right? You could find that there. Again, I understand the gimmick of this screen is that the spikes disappear, but that gimmick doesn't matter. If it doesn't matter to me that I suck at needle, imagine how much it's gonna matter for someone that is actually good. You know? That's the sort of thing. Need a whoosh checkpoint? Well, if you put a whoosh checkpoint, the whole gimmick will be even more useless than it already is. Might as well not even exist. Are there any limitations if I wanna host my project on GitHub pages? I don't know. I never tried. Never ever. You can only host static web pages. I'm assuming that when Blue means static web pages, he means that you don't have a whole routing scheme, I guess. Is that what you mean? Like, instead of having like a proper web page with multiple, you know, pages that interact between each other, you only have one. Is that what you mean by static? Because if that's the case, that's not a problem as long as you use. You want multiple pages. Well, that's not a problem. Like, I don't know exactly what Blue means. But if that's what he means, there are multiple libraries where you can just include the illusion that there is multiple pages, when in reality there's only one with a state machine that changes what is the current screen. Hard to find info on this because there's a lot of terms I don't understand. It just means you can only host static files. And why would you want to host anything else? I think I understand. Do you mean that? But wait, if you can host, it means you cannot host Java files, for example? Not related to hosting multiple pages. Yeah, I know, that's what I was saying, that routing can be done in JavaScript. You have frameworks like Angular that give the illusion that you're navigating multiple pages, but in reality it's just one page that is making screens appear and disappear. Which is something that is used a lot, by the way. It's not just something that is used for ghetto pages. It's used by even professional pages. No server-side scripts, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, that's the limitation. Then again, I'm pretty sure that Draenor is not really practicing backend. I think he, for the time being, is going with front end. So if that's the case, I don't see that being a problem, you know. Is it harder to work with? Okay, first of all, do you know anything about backend? Like server-side stuff? Like API REST? Do you know about that? Because if that's not what you care about, then you shouldn't worry about it. Yeah, you can host website with Angular, and Angular basically gives you that. A lot of tools to do routing using only JavaScript. I think what I wanna do can all be done in JavaScript. Yeah, basically, see, here's the thing. Well, technically, you can do anything in JavaScript, you know? It's just that the reason why it's obviously not everything done in JavaScript is because JavaScript is a user-side language. When you open a web page, what you do in reality is downloading a bunch of scripts and files. Well, the scripts are files too, but I mean that you download that to be executed by your browser. So obviously for pages that have accounts and stuff that is important that the user doesn't have full control of, you don't want that on JavaScript. You want that on the server side. That's the reasons why you use a backend. If you don't care about accounts or basically anything that the user could modify and fuck up in the process, then you shouldn't care about backend. If the only thing you care of your web page being like a lobby for other web pages to be redirected to, then you should not worry about backend. Backend is only there if you want to save stuff that, again, it's not supposed to be accessed by the user. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that you... Wait, Java... Wait, what's a daemon? I didn't know that you could consider... Like, is a var a daemon? Because I know that Java basically is compiled and compressed in a war file that is later on read by servers. Hide secrets in the JavaScript for those who are aware. In that case, I'll stick to pages, yeah. Just a process. Yeah, people still use war. I use war, like the company that I work for uses war. We use Tomcat as a server, and Tomcat, what it does is it basically has a folder for web apps, and that folder with web apps has WAR files. And those WAR files are basically automatically read by Tomcat, and whenever it's ready processing it, it shows the web page. We're running an application server. The application server in this case being Tomcat. Tomcat, which by the way is completely open source and free. Well, just like Java. What about separation of control? I don't know what separation of control means. But I mean, no, I really don't know what you mean by that. But yeah, I will need further clarification for that. Nice. Jesus fucking Christ. Piece of shit screen. Oof, that took a while. But finally there. Well. That's a great start already. This is why you don't play Japanese fan games. I'm just kidding. Wait, am I faster here? It felt... Oh, I'm faster because of the fan. That's why I'm faster. Yeah, literally fan service. Even the game over. With some reverse proxy in front of the application server. I see. I was told WAR is bad because you shouldn't combine your Java and your web stuff together. I don't see why that would be a problem. It's not like regular users have access to that. She thinks. Is this the best stage? You think so? This girl is from Idol Master, isn't she? By the way. Nothing wrong with WAR, just because you use WAR doesn't mean your static pages and UI need to be there, it's just a package. Though in my case, I'm pretty sure that the static pages are there. But, you know, I don't think they care enough about that. It's alright, don't worry about it. We have Argentinian standards after all. The only roadblock for me now is just getting a domain name, and both Google and Cloudflare don't have it. Yeah, as I say, you really can be very picky with domain names. You just take what it's available. Yeah, that was obvious. I don't know why I didn't think of it, but that was obvious. That trap was coming from a mile away. I'm assuming the hitbox is the entirety of the sprite. Nice. You can quite easily make a website backed by microservice. In many small wars, architecture is unrelated to war. I see. Did you check pork bun? I don't know what pork bun is, so I will say no. Say like Gabby said a lot of times, people put everything into a 2 GB war and run shit scripts to deploy it. I mean, I think that's what we are doing. I don't know. I'm not really that sure, but yeah, I think it's something like that. What the fuck? I can't believe that I got all those champs on the first try. Really? That's such a shame. At least the save is here. Yeah, no problem. I mean, anything that is on my scope of knowledge will be shared. Scope of knowledge might not be very wide, but hey, it's something. It's the way it is. Wait, can I use champ like that? Need someone who knows Java 17? Yeah, that's exactly the problem. That is outside of my knowledge. But, you know, that's fine. Sure, most of the new features probably wouldn't be used anyways. Oh, damn it, your fucking hair. It would be really interesting if this was copyrighted, by the way. Because if this is from Idol Master, as I think it is, I don't know. Who is this girl from? Because, you know, shit like Idol Master or Love Live is the exact same garbage to me, right? So I don't differentiate them and I don't care either. So, you know, well, if I didn't care, I wouldn't be asking, I guess. But it's more curiosity. Wait, what's the point of that save? What the fuck? Are you shitting me? What even was the point of that save? Looks like record classes were made in Java 14. Yeah, I don't know what that is either. I need to press that button. Well, I think I need to press both buttons. Do I need to be fast enough to reach that? Something tells me I do. I don't even know what it does though. I want to just watch it just to see what it is about. It seems that it's just gonna float to the top though. Yeah, I'm assuming I need to grab it. This maker uses both franchises. Oh, this is from Love Live, I see. A good try. What does this do? Okay, so that gets rid of that and the other thing gives you a way to jump up there. Love Live and Idol Master are for making music. No, I know what they are. I mean, I know that Idol Master basically comes from an idol management game where you're supposed to manage the idol, but one idol at a time. Love Live seems to be more about group acting, and it's more just about, you know, the girls doing, you know, cute dumb stuff more than serious idol career shit. Arcade ones, and then you get music spin-offs. Yeah, I know. Genshin is also an idol management game. Only if you're a Barbara player. If you're a Barbara player, yes. Otherwise, There are not really other idols. But, you know, I gotta give it to them the creativity, right? You have a nun that is super young and it's also an idol. Pretty creative. Making a nun an idol. Very creative process. Yes, it's Barbara. I mean, she's a very good character. I mean, it's not a meta character, and a lot of people say she's useless. But those are the same people that basically wail 100 million just to get one character to the meta level. So their opinion is as relevant as, you know. It's not relevant, it's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, Barbara is okay. It does what she needs to do, which is healing. She doesn't do anything else, she just heals. Like, she's not even useful for elemental proc, which is the reason why so many people say she's useless. You know, it's a healer. It just heals, and she heals very well. Obviously, if you compare it to characters like Kokomi, yeah, she's kinda shit. But, you know, you got a lot of sins too. Yeah, canonically, she has a lot of very rabid followers. You know, I don't think that it's that rare, considering that she herself is a sim for Barbatos. So yeah. Who needs healing when no one can touch Noelle? Yeah, I want to see what your Noelle will do when she meets the Wolfhounds. I want to see what your shield allows you to do against those guys. Yeah, Kokomi is a very good character. Kokomi is top tier. Well, literally top tier, but I mean that she's also very good. I did reach the wolf mission. No, not that wolf. That's Andrews. Andrews is just an asshole that deals a lot of damage. No, not that wolf. The wolf that I'm telling you appeared in the city after Liyue. So you still will be able to survive. Well, not to mention that even when you reach the city, they are only in a very specific places that you shouldn't visit anyways. That one is Hibiki Ganaha on the top side. Hibiki, huh? Isn't Hibiki like something related to sound? I guess that's Hibike. But yeah. No, basically, in case you want to know, there are some monsters that don't care about your shields. Basically, if one of those monsters hits you, your health is gonna start draining no matter what. Basically, it's called corrosion. It's like poison, right? It's like poison, where basically once you get hit, your health goes down slowly. But yeah. If you actually have a healer, you can more or less alleviate that, but shields don't work. Well, shields are able to block the hit itself, but they won't block the corrosion. Hibike is reverberate, I see. Yeah, I know that there is an anime called Hibike Euphonium, where basically every character there is a lesbian. But there is no lesbian action because they are cowards. So yeah, I know that. Oof. Okay, so how does this work? Oh, it's just a champ refresher, okay. Got it. Nice. Hibikase. Yeah, Hibikase, I think it's the exact same... The exact same verb, just in a different time. Sound and euphonium is the translation. The Japanese name is Hibike Euphonium or something like that. But yeah, there is no action if that's what you're looking for. It's basically just the authors constantly teasing the viewer with nothing really happening, basically. So I wouldn't bother with it, but you do you. You're into that? Alright. What the fuck am I supposed to do here? She comes so fast that I cannot bait. Like, it's impossible to bait that. But I am supposed to, because I can go down. Oh, unless... No, but there is no entrance there. Fuck. Maybe up here? No. Follow Sbel 02 on Pitsup for some action. What water is this? The one that doesn't refresh your champ. So yeah, if you're thinking of doing double champ, it wouldn't work. How the fuck do you do this? Unless I'm supposed to champ. Yeah, I guess something like that. But even if I do that, what do I do afterwards? Because one champ is not enough to go all the way. And if I move left, I get killed by her. So mind saying what the strategy is here, Draynot? Because I'm a little bit lost. I mean, I cannot shoot jump back instead. Right, but how? I'm not fast enough to do that. Yeah, I know the fish on the bottom the spawns. The problem is, how do I jump back? Like, she spawns exactly where I am. Stand on the floor to get your double jump back. Oh, she doesn't spawn here. I guess something like that, but she spawns instantly regardless. Are you sure? I mean, you did it, so... But, like, even with double jump, I cannot get away from that. Did it today? But she spawns instantly. Like, the thing is, when I bait this, like, I don't even have time. Oh, unless I... Okay, I move at the top of my champ, not at the beginning. Alright, I get it. Piece of shit. Alright, thank you. The blank area above left arm is hitbox. Everything is hitbox. Everything that the... No, I'm not supposed to jump to the right. I'm supposed to jump to the left. It's just that I need to be very fast and precise. specifically precise. It's a square. No, it's not a square, but it doesn't matter. The hitbox is basically everything that is visible. Again, that doesn't matter. I still don't have enough time to go to the right. Sack of shit. Fucking. Dude, it's so damn fast. How do I do this? It's so fast. I don't get it. Like, I understand that I'm supposed to go right at the top, but I... Okay. Why are you like this? That's the real question. Why did God make you? Is the question. Alright, finally. Fucking piece of shit. Fucking annoying ass traps. Alright, at least that's gone. We got more water. Oh, this one actually refreshes your champ at least. There is that. So it's the same color as the other one. Shouldn't it be different? Usually when you have water that refreshes your champ and water that doesn't, they usually are different colors. But this one is the same color. Don't melt to the anime zone. Anything that's more of a reason to melt. Yeah. Also, someone raided me yesterday and they were playing this game. I don't know if they were playing this game when I was already streaming. Maybe they got inspired by this stream to play it. Or maybe it was a complete coincidence. Anything is possible. Small world? Yeah. Oh no. Okay, now this is gonna be a problem. Oh, I'm supposed to go back? Alright, well that's gonna be a problem. You cannot waste any time here. Essentially. Damn, and even that jump is hard to do. Why is that sprite so crusty? That's the power of Japanese image compression folded 100 times. With those feet? Dude, the feet look like shit, just like the rest of the sprite, really. Sounds painful? Well, that depends. You're not gonna get crushed by her feet here, at least. Wait, is that jump really not doable? It looked doable to me, but I guess it's not. Or maybe I should jump badly, but that jump did look doable. The weird part is that unless she speeds up later, the hardest part is going back here and not getting killed by her arms. Aside from that, it's super easy. Afterwards, I mean. That is pretty tight. Doesn't seem like she's speeding up yet. Ah, fuck. Oh, there is a fan at the other side of this. The worst part is that she's still coming from the other side, so you need to do this part very fast. And there is no checkpoint, by the way. What I'm trying to say is that this part is yet again cancer, though at least I'm not seeing her come from the side. But that's because she stops when you die, right? Like if I die, yeah, she just stops. Okay, this is gonna be painful. I have to do all this checkpoint in one go. I'm assuming that this is the quote-unquote boss of the stage. Probably. Shame I cannot shoot it. Well, I haven't tried shooting it, but I'm assuming it won't do anything. The problem is that I'm doing this very slow. It's probably not even enough. Having to do platforming with weird physics is gonna be so fucking shit. Not to mention, God knows how many traps are gonna be there. Fuck me. Kill her, I wish. Unbelievable. It is a bot, yeah. So wait, is that a link? Because if that's a link, I will have to... no, it doesn't link to anywhere. Alright, never mind. There are no trolls in that corridor needle section. I mean... it's a 50-50, I think. They are most likely, especially on the second floor. You can just go there right away. No, almost fucked up. Yeah, the dots form a link, I know. I mean, basically, anything is a link as long as there is two strings of letter joined together by a dot, regardless of if the domain doesn't exist. You could type right now in chat this dot nuts and it will count as a link, even if that domain doesn't exist. Because basically, on the HTTP protocol, or well, not just HTTP, I'm not sure exactly what protocol that identifies URLs. Like basically, everything is valid as long as there is a dot in the middle. Because anything can be a domain and anything can be a subdomain, basically. The way it works. There are a lot of places where when there is a form you're supposed to fill and that form has like asks for a web page or whatever, there really is no validation you can do other than there is a dot in the middle and not at the end, for example. And the same applies to emails, since they are almost like the same thing, just with an at instead of a dot. Basically, every email is valid. You just need to have something at the left side of the at and something at the right side of the at. And that's a valid email, believe it or not. even if the domain doesn't exist. Yeah, exactly. you say the exact same thing. But yes, that is exactly the case. That's what I call interconnected minds. But yeah, that is exactly the case. If you want to validate an email, the only way you have to validate it truly, because obviously you can put limitations. For example, like if the domain at the right doesn't have a dot, like .com or whatever, then it doesn't count. But those are limits. If you want to do a proper validation, the only thing that matters is an @ Everything else is unnecessary. Like having an @ at the middle and a string of letters, or even a single letter, both at the left and the right side. Those are the norms for an email, basically. Yeah, it doesn't require a dot. So you gotta understand that the dot, the only thing that a dot is a domain separator, or a subdomain separator to be more precise. So for example, you have twitch.tv, that's because TV is the domain and Twitch is the subdomain, right? Well, technically TV is also a subdomain because the main domain is the root domain, right? Of the internet, which is a dot, funnily enough. It's just that it's not particularly explicit. Not anymore. Technically it should be explicit, but it's not. It's implicit. But yeah, like the root domain is a dot at the end, but it's not used. Point is, that's irrelevant. What's important is that a mail just needs a domain, and a domain doesn't necessarily use a subdomain coming from the root. It could be something local. Like if you have the email these @nuts, right? The nuts domain will be something that you are hosting locally, and because of that you don't need to refer it with dots, you know. Or you could have a very advanced architecture of email servers that are not hosted publicly, and you know, you can just do that. But yeah, an email doesn't require a dot. Because a domain itself doesn't require a dot. Since not every domain is something that you access through the internet. It could be through an intranet. Like, you know, LAN and shit like that. Obviously, if you're in a web page that you are asking a user to register, you will most likely want to limit the fact that the domain will need to have a dot afterwards, right? Since obviously they will be using an internet capable email, right? So they will use gmail.com or I don't know, outlook.com, Hotmail, you know, whatever, right? It's a regular user. Okay, what's the trap here? Wait, really? There is no trap? Oh, that's unbelievable. Well, not yet, at least. Do I have to choose fall? I messed up. I think you are supposed to choose fall. I tried to champ beforehand just in case I didn't make it in time, but I think you can choose fall and then champ. I wasn't sure of it. It looks a lot further, but maybe it's not as further as I initially thought. So maybe you can choose fall, because I think that champing there is gonna be hard. that's a Woos checkpoint. As I said yesterday, don't worry about what's Woos and what's not, because, you know, it doesn't really make a difference. I'm surprised there is not a single trap here, dude. Having only 3 spikes, I mean, I'm glad that there is no trap, but I'm also quite surprised. Okay, so you should fall here and Shandy. Okay, got it. Oh, fuck. Oh, this is the classic. This is a classic gif about this bitch moving with, in whatever that vehicle is. And this is an avoidance for what I think. Oh, maybe I can damage her now. Yeah, okay, never mind. It's a boss. Damn, and she has a lot of health. Holy shit. I wasn't expecting that to go the whole way. Oh, and the checkpoint is already here. And that's pretty generous of you. Yeah, tricycle or tricycle. Yeah. Yeah, but the problem is that she has a lot of health and she's not really hittable most of the times. So that's a problem. Like, those were 4 hits and look how much damage it dealt. So we are in front of a bullet sponge right here. Yeah, man, the patterns are so fucking shitty. Wait, are you for real? She repeats that and then it's the same pattern? Like, dude, this is gonna take half an hour. Are you shitting me? If these are the same patterns every time, like, holy fuck. What do you expect me to do? Maybe I'm supposed to shoot much more, but no, you can only shoot her once when he falls. The iframes make sure that's the case. So with those bounces, you can only hit her 4 times. So, yeah. That's messed up. Unless she has something different afterwards, but I think she repeats the same pattern. But if I could stop dying, I could see. I think I open a daily bots on this raw server and the headgear I got is casually worth 50 million. Yeah, unfortunately, pressing up to shoot doesn't really work. It's unfortunate, but it is the way it is. Yeah, this is a problem if the boss has so much health and you can only damage her at that point in time. This is gonna be insane. I can only damage her 3 times. I thought it was 4. An Uber worker transporting a boss baby? Maybe. Yeah, I can actually only hit her 3 times here. That's even worse. Only hit her 3 times and that's it. This has nothing to do with sucking at mashing or whatever. These are iframes. There's nothing you can do. So she goes back to this and then it repeats. Like, do I really need to do this? Because if I need to do this, this is gonna be an Alt F4. Like, are you shitting me? Is this really the boss? This is a resistance test more than anything else. Oh, never mind. There is more of this. Took you a while to appear, you fucking spike. Why do you even do that? Why are you like this? Why isn't that there from the beginning? Are you stupid, creator, or are you just pretending? Well, judging by the previous content, I just think you're legitimately... No, let's not call it stupid. No, see, that's the thing. That's, no. This was made by an 8-year-old. You have to remember that. This was made by an 8-year-old, so this kind of decisions are understandable. You know? You gotta understand. 8-year-old, it's very impressive for an 8-year-old, as I said yesterday. You know? So if anything, we should be congratulating this genius. The problem is that I don't know if it appears. Let me see. Because it's trash, I know. Damn, I almost avoided everything by not moving. Yeah, very high IQ. Or yeah, you could say that it's intentional malice, but no, I disagree. This is just an 8-year-old that thought that this was a very good and exciting design. Don't worry about it. You know? Not to mention the amount of shitty ass RNG on the second pattern. This pattern with the fan is so fucked up. Like, so random. It's another one of those things that I was saying yesterday. Unrestricted RNG. If you don't restrict the RNG, it's gonna look like this, and this is a roulette. You're pretty much playing the fucking roulette, and if you get lucky, you beat it, and if you don't, you won't. As simple as that. Oh, man. Fucking piece of shit. Damn, and I missed there. Oh, come on. Okay. I need to focus because I'm getting tilted. Like, the problem is that this is so shitty that it's legitimately tilting. The fact that I'm playing this is tilting. You know? The fact that I'm subjecting myself to this garbage. It's not that it's that hard to do. Just that it's garbage and I'm playing it. That's what's so tilting. Wow. And if you get lucky enough, that's unbelievable, dude. If you get lucky enough, you can get rid of that in like one cycle. That's unbelievable. Also, what the fuck is the point of the red apples? What purpose do they serve? They do nothing. Oh, come on, man. Yes, I could be playing a good game. That is true. Yeah. Depending on the RNG, she can bounce very high, making it completely useless to try to do it in one cycle. Oh my god. Pretty hard to think that if Permanence 2 is as good as you say, that it was made by the same creator as this. Because I understand, you know, being inexperienced and thinking shit like this is good or whatever. But I don't know, dude. Made by a 10-year-old that time? You think so? Whatever. It's pointless to get upset. You only need one more hit. If you get 5 hits, that's enough to win. I wonder if the spike is something you can hit. Hey, do you remember Draenor if you can hit the spike? That would be pretty useful. Like if I could just hit the spike. Though at the same time it might be easier to dodge that through the side instead of dodging it through the middle. Damn, that almost insta-kill me. It might be easier to dodge this from the side, honestly. I'm not sure, it also depends on where those shits manage to fall. But at the same time, what did you ask? If you could hit the spike, like is it one of those spikes that you can, like, it has no hitbox? You can walk inside it? Okay, perfect, thanks. That means that I can be less cautious. But at the same time, as I said, I don't think that dodging from the middle truly is the best idea. Because the easiest way to dodge that garbage pattern is by shooting from the side. If you shoot from the side, it's so much easier. Yeah, the issue is doing that. Wait, I have a feeling that she doesn't spawn randomly, like with the tricycle. Like the spawn is always the same, and I think that it's aimed at your current position, which will mean that as long as I am on the left, she will always be able to get hit 5 times. I think that's the case. So here, if I'm all the way to the left here, she does this in an angle where you can just keep hitting her. No, never mind. It's just RNG garbage. Okay, my bad. That's my bad for assuming that this wasn't just RNG putrid bullshit. No, it is. Don't worry about it. It is all the way to this very pattern RNG garbage. So yeah. Never mind. No matter where you are there, you need to get lucky. Yeah, I mean, at the same time, yes, you are fucked if the game says so. But I felt like dodging from the side felt easier. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just felt easier in multiple occasions. On the middle, you can get a lot of hits. Oh, now you're using this attack too? Alright. Damn, I couldn't do much there, come on. I really didn't like this boss. I mean, of course you don't like this boss, it's a piece of shit. I mean, there hasn't been a single boss in this game so far that isn't a piece of shit. That's the problem. That's kind of like the issue. The cherry boss was a piece of shit. The pentagram or whatever boss was also a piece of shit. This boss is a piece of shit. I can imagine what the next bosses are gonna be like. It's whatever. At least, you gotta look at the bright side. I still haven't muted the music. The pentagram boss was passable. Nah, too much RNG. Not only that, I once got killed by a cherry that came from the bottom. That was impossible to see because for some reason the creator made some cherries be behind the walls and others in front of it. So I got killed by something I couldn't possibly dodge. Regardless of that, which was pretty bad, the RNG is just ridiculously bad. Because as I said, it's unrestricted RNG. If you just have unrestricted RNG, you're just gonna play a lottery. An actual swirl pool. I don't know about that. Yeah, I had a rough time. But yeah, it's all things that can be easily attributed to the excess of RNG, basically. That's the problem. Now you're doing this pattern, really? That's better for me, I guess. Well, that's not better for me, though. I'm glad I dodged that. Jesus Christ, fuck off. Okay. I got the fourth world. I guess we are halfway through. Well, in theory there is a last world in the middle, but you know, that's okay. Maybe that's also because I passed it in like a few tries. Oh, the other boss. Maybe. Oh shit. Well, this is already an interesting start. What the hell you want me to do here? Oh, this is gonna be a trap hell, isn't it? Yeah, this is gonna be trap hell. If this is something that the game needed, more traps, more than the already multiple traps that the game had. No, we needed more. USD on mid-rank. Yeah, Troll Needle. It's like the worst of both worlds. Like basically Needle being unpredictable and traps not being creative. It's the worst of both worlds, yeah, indeed. Okay, I can already imagine this being somehow more painful than the other garbage that I played. Alright. You can already see the spikes here. I wonder why they didn't... Okay. They raised there for some reason. Oh, because that's... okay, I get you. And there is one there that is like a pixel. A bloody trapland? Yeah, probably. The blood is definitely there. I'm assuming that that spike on the middle there, just like this one, is a spike that is constantly rising. Yeah, exactly. Wait, where am I supposed to jump left after that? I mean, I don't see where else, but... Okay, you need to do a very specific angle for that jump. Like that. I know this song is from somewhere. I mean, yeah. Usually songs are from somewhere. That is correct. It might just be the original game. I don't know. But hey, at least it's drum and bass. That's what matters the most. I think some people call this liquid drum and bass. They call it liquid because of the light piano instrument. Like it's more light-hearted than regular drum and bass, something like that. Alright, I gotta remember the third spike, the one on the middle. Really? Somewhere is the name of the anime. Yeah, low-fat drum and bass. We'll call it that too. Question is how many more trap sections are there gonna be? It's not like this is the first one particularly. Okay, which spike? That spike. Okay. I'm assuming there's gonna be another one after that. I don't really know why anyone will even bother doing traps like this. See, the whole point about traps, and also in the original I Wanna Be the Guy, is that traps were supposed to be funny, you know? Like you have something that is like, haha, gotcha, in an area that more or less makes sense to have them. I'm not saying that all of the original I Wanna Be the Guy traps were good. Some of them were not very well done. But this sort of stuff that is just trial and error is, well, as Draynot says right there, yes, it is garbage indeed. That's the definition. One of these is, yeah, actually both of them. I thought that only one of them will go down, but no, both of them. One is not enough. Okay, here. Yeah, I needed to just jump here, bait this shit. I'm not sure how to bait this one. Like that, I guess. I should have seen that. That was there. That's something that I could have prevented. You could see the spike there. It's just that I didn't pay attention. Whatever. Trap at the start of the section, not the entire screen. That's usually the way to do it. Though there is also not that big of a deal to put a trap at the end of the screen as long as the screen is easy. But in this case, it's not about where the trap is, because there is traps everywhere. That's the problem. Like, this is pretty much a trial and error zone. And that's obviously garbage in itself. Alright, well, the problem is that this whole section is probably gonna be like this, you know. That's the main issue with this. This whole shit is gonna be like this until you reach the end. So, this is gonna suck. This is gonna suck. Yeah, needle and trap don't work together, because needle is something that you're supposed to be very precise and, you know, use your knowledge about fun games to, well, be able to execute some high difficulty jumps. Traps are about basically just getting surprised to about everything, right? Since you don't know where to expect them, and they are obviously impossible to predict, unless they are extremely obvious, but that's not the case here. So the problem is that you are combining the surprise factor with something that it's supposed to be like high execution and precise. So what you get as a result is basically a whole section where every champ is trial and error, on top of being relatively hard by themselves. You may maul now? I mean... It's whatever. And I say that it's whatever because, like, if this was the only bad area in the game, yeah, alright, whatever. But no, everything about this game has been mediocre to bad. So that's why I don't really care, you know. Like, so far, the game is consistently shit. Like, there hasn't been any surprises yet. The game is just consistently shit. And that means that, you know, I am prepared, you know. Like, everything that I'm seeing right now, I am fully prepared. I haven't been surprised yet. Everything has been consistently the same quality. So yeah, I wouldn't mold here particularly if I didn't mold before, you know. I feel like for this one I should probably jump back after the spike is gone to position myself better. Problem is, how do I deal with that? Because is this jump doable? Like, can I jump from here to here? Or do I need to bait this spike in order to jump here first? Because I'm not sure if the jump is possible. I mean, it looks possible. Yeah, it is possible. It indeed is possible. You don't remember? Yeah, don't worry about it. It is quite possible. Okay, that's good to know. That doesn't seem like that hard of a jump. Problem is baiting that spike. Okay, I need to jump lower than that. At least there is a save right afterwards. A little bit earlier. You basically need to visualize the spikes there. A little bit hard, but it's possible. Alright, good death. That's fully on me, obviously. That was pretty funny how stupid that death was. Hey, let's just fall into the spike. Why not? I'm sure this one won't kill me, right? Don't worry about it, bro. Also, I gotta tell you, Blue, that whenever you reach the Lantern Festival event, I can already warn you that for the epilogue of the event, seems that MiHoYo smoked a couple of very big rolls. And not precisely gacha rolls. The Gabi Oshi pack? Yeah, you could say that. But I don't know, it was a very bizarre epilogue. Pretty unlike what I'm usually used to in Genshin Impact. You know. Hey Riemann, how is it going? It was weird to say the least. Did you like it? I mean, it was funny, I guess. So I guess yes, I like it. It was just uncommon, I would say. Not necessarily bad, just weird. Fuck. I think I need to evade that, guess. Well, I could jump in between, but I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to do. New hardware is good? Nice. But I cannot... Seems like you cannot bait this if you are not going right in the middle and very close. But on the bright side, the other traps are extremely trivial to dodge. But does it have anything to do with Noelle and Amber? No. It has to do with the Liyue characters, basically. Since it's the festival of Liyue, you might spoil it. I mean, it's not really that there's anything to spoil, it's more than, you know, weird interactions and weird atmosphere in general. Not bad or gloomy, it's just weird. It's like, what the fuck are you smoking? It's like Doshin writing, basically. And I know that, you know, Genshin's writing is not good, but like, this felt like it was made by an amateur. Okay, that's what I'm talking. And unfortunately, this piece of shit keeps going. I mean, I don't know why I didn't expect it to not keep going, but... They hire a couple fans to make their event. It could be. No, I didn't say that it sucks. I should say that it's weird. Like the dialogue of the new event. Well, the epilogue. The thing that comes before, like the actual main story of the event, is typical Genshin shit, you know? Like very safe, very slow writing, right? Like nothing out of the ordinary. But the epilogue is... It's like, alright. Some very stoner shit. Nice. Surprise gate. Pretty good. A surprise gate jump. Because a regular gate jump is not enough, right? Do the characters also smoke? No. Though honestly, you know, remember when I say that Hutao, the character, was like an autist? Like legitimately, not making fun of her, like she legitimately feels like she's on the spectrum, right? But I think that it's less about that, and I think like it's more that she might be on narcotics. Maybe it's the both of them at the same time. And that's a dangerous combination. You know? Both? Who is the other? No, I say both, that she has both autism and she's a stone. That's what I'm trying to say. And again, I'm not saying that to talk shit. She legitimately feels like she is on the spectrum. Which is fine. I mean, I like the representation for everyone. it's also obviously the fact that she's a fictional character that is kind of like a comedic relief character, so maybe it's not that serious, but yeah. And besides, a lot of characters behave in weird ways. But I feel like Hutao character is believable, right? Like, sure, she's obviously a fictional character, but like, I could see a person behaving like that in real life if said person was on the spectrum, right? You know, it's interesting. I mean, before I didn't really like Hutao when I made her character quest, but looking at it from, instead of she being an absolute cunt, just seeing her as she, you know, just being on the spectrum seems like a more interesting character that way. You know, Javi fell in love? No. I mean, it's a whatever character. The spats were too powerful? You think so? You mainly play Hutao anyways? I mean, Hutao, well, that's the thing about Hutao. She's a very good character. I don't know if she's considered meta. I don't think so, but she's very top tier. You know? Because she's a Pyro DPS in a game where the other choices for Pyro DPS are Klee and Diluc. So when those are your two choices, you know, Hutao is very good. Her dialogue is mega annoying. Well, but that's the thing. She's mega annoying because she doesn't realize she's annoying. Like, that's the thing. She's super energetic and everything, but she doesn't realize that she's annoying to everyone else. That's why I have the theory that she's just on the spectrum. Which again makes her a very interesting character, especially since she's supposed to be a funerary parlor boss, you know. She requires a lot of stamina. Not really. I mean, she requires more not dying than stamina, because she loses a lot of HP just like Xiao. Isn't good for free-to-play players according to YouTubers? Not really. As I said, any stray DPS is good for free-to-play players. I mentioned them before, but characters like Keqing, Xiao, Hutao, Ayaka, Ganyu, these are all characters that just deal damage. Like, that's their job, they just deal damage. Nothing more, nothing less, basically. So even if you're not intended to do the Abyss, I mean, well, that's the whole point. If you are a free-to-play player, especially if you're just starting, characters like those are perfect because you only need to equip her with the minimum and you can murder everything that is not on the Abyss. You can also murder things in the Abyss, just obviously not optimally, as Draynot says, and yeah, but I know you're casual trash, but she needs a lot when you're as good as me. Dude, I play Klee. I'm a Klee main. You don't need to tell me about playing optimally. I play as probably the worst DPS in the game. So yeah, you don't need to tell me that you need a lot to be optimal. Cast Fist? Well, there is one character that has Fist. That is also a DPS. It's called Heiso. It's an Anemo DPS. He's okay. I mean, he's obviously not top tier or even close to being top tier, but he's okay. Have to spend a lot, yeah. But yeah, the optimal shit is not really something you care about. The optimal shit is for people that care about completing the last floor of the abyss with all the stars, which is something you shouldn't care about, because if you start caring about that, you will stop enjoying the game, pretty much. Most fun team meta? Yeah, I don't think that's the way it works. Do you say that YouTubers that made videos for Genshin are mouth breathers? I remember watching some of them when I play, and I don't think I ever seen a bigger collection of idiotas. Interesting. I only think I watched one of them, and that's just to see what weapon was the best one for Klee. And the guy didn't seem like a big idiot, really. I mean, you can call him something else for liking Klee, but I don't think idiot is the word, you know? Klee mains should watch Shangling Guide for more tips. Shangling is not a bad companion for Klee. Yeah, but Shems are not that important. I mean, you will only be missing out on like 100 Shems, which you might think them that's a lot. But compared to the amount of effort that it costs, and the fact that you only get those 100 Shems every like 2 weeks and a half, I don't think it matters that much. Gacha game YouTubers are trash in general? I don't know. I don't really watch YouTube outside of songs and, you know, YouTube poop videos made by Spanish-speaking people. Aside from that, I don't really watch YouTube. You gotta farm those free Primus. A lot of first-person Hutao kissing videos. Yeah, as I say, Hutao is probably one of the most popular characters in the game, simply because of her spats and her unusual eyes. Those two things, that combination is a killer combination for a lot of people. Like, it's one of the only characters in the game that has unusual eyes. All of the other characters have normal eyes. It's only Hutao, and I don't remember who else that have unusual eyes, and that's it. And the spats are the cherry on top, obviously. I watch YouTube for I Wanna Be the Permanence walkthrough by Gabi Oshi. Damn. That's pretty cool. I don't know why you will be watching it twice though, but that seems pretty nice of you. Yeah. Unusual eyes, bike shorts. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what Hutao is. And I guess some people like the fact that she's super energetic and you know, kind of like a comedic character. I have great VODs on YouTube like the Suma one. That's not great, that just has a lot of views for whatever reason. But yeah, I mean, you can see beforehand that views don't mean anything in relation to quality. Because my most viewed videos have nothing different than my not so viewed videos. They are just most viewed because the algorithm favor them. And that's it. There's nothing better about them than the rest. I don't know how to do that, Sean. It seems pretty clear you're not intended to go straight into the left. But am I supposed to do the gate jump twice? Or how else am I supposed to do that? Do you have any advice, Draenor, on that one? Like, do I really need to do gate, bait, and then gate again? Or do I need to do gate, bait, and then double jump into the left? I'm curious what the age demographics are for the Suma video. I expect a bunch of 50-year-old moms. That will be interesting. But none of them gave me their number, so that's unfortunate. You can just bait it and go left. Like, you mean that? Wait, but when do I double jump? Do I double jump before the bait? Like, I'm here, so I jump, right? So when should I double jump? Should I double jump? Oh, you also stream this game? If you say let me check the VOD, like did you actually stream this? I can't believe I'm making Draenor come out of the woodwork and stream. Again. Are you going to call the moms on your Nintendo Switch? No. I'm gonna call them telepathically. Like they do in Dragon Ball. I'm sure it's gonna work. Okay, that works. Don't worry, you don't have to check the VOD. We got it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Wow, nice trap. I'm surprised. How are these traps not activating? I'm assuming they are gonna activate up there, maybe. Or something like that. You just found it? Yeah, that's okay. And that one did activate. Corner? What corner? Okay, you need to land there. Gotcha. You did the corner here? Oh, you mean this corner jump? Well, I don't think I am able to do that. Oh, it's align dependent and the align is right there. Okay, never mind. It's not that hard to do. It's align dependent and you can just like go right there. Like you just hold right and that's it. Well, that's good to know. Damn, thanks for the tip. I wasn't thinking of that at all. And here we have the famous sphincter jump, except that it's not a sphincter jump, it's just a shitty ass gate. Well, it's better that way at least. Yeah, Draenor has amazing emojis because he's subbed to like 20 channels, dude. Yeah, no shit. If you're subbed to 20 channels, of course. Wait, what the hell? Oh, that's obviously a bait. As expected. Guess I shouldn't have been surprised. Right, so to go back there, I'm supposed to do it from here. Yeah, okay. An ass jump, yeah. It's because it looks like a sphincter. You're sub to like 4. Yeah, 4 times 5. Yeah, it doesn't matter if they are gift subs. They are subs regardless. You know? You suck, of course. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't expect that one to not be another trap, honestly. Yeah, I also don't subscribe to Twitch, but I don't subscribe to Twitch because Twitch doesn't like my debit card. So hey, it's their loss. If they don't want my money, it's not like I'm gonna beg them to accept it. But yeah, last time I tried, my debit card didn't work, so they can suck my cock. You know. Yeah. We have the best emo, yeah, the groundhog. It's pretty crazy though. I mean, the thing about banks is that my bank, with the debit card that I use, I can buy games on the Switch, on the US store, with my national debit card. And yet, things like Steam or Twitch, they see my debit card and they are like, what is this? We don't want debit cards here. Even though the currency matches the card and we are using the same nationality, apparently that's not enough for both Twitch and Steam. They are like, nah, get this debit card out of here. But Nintendo, being the giants they are like, oh, a debit card from a country that is not even the same one as the store? Yeah, sure. Let it pass. Is welcome. Oh yeah, you tell me. What you're saying is you do want game sponsors? No, I want web applications to not be cons to debit cards. That's what I want. I'm not gonna get a credit card, at least not for the time being. And even if I got a credit card, Steam rejects a lot of credit cards as well. Like, I'm pretty sure that if it's not American Express, like if it's a Visa credit card, they have like a 50% chance of rejecting it. Only if it's American Express. So far every attempt I had was a success. But if it's Visa, there is a chance it won't work. Even if it's a credit card, like we're not talking about debit card, and we're also not talking about national cards. We're talking about international Visa credit cards. And Steam is like, nah, we don't want this. This shit, shove it up your ass. Well, alright, fuck you too, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's the reason why they accept American Express, because it's for rich people. Well, I wouldn't say that it's for rich people, but it's pretty clearly the most expensive one to maintain. So maybe that's why, but I mean, come on, dude, Visa is as international as it gets, you know? What else you want me to do? Not like I'm using Manolo, the Argentinian giant. No, there is actually no card with that name. I just made it up. But what I'm trying to say is that I'm not using a local card that nobody but this country uses. It's Visa. It's as international as it is. But no. Fuck you and your Visa, I guess. But yeah, it's just a pain in the ass. So if there is one thing Nintendo does right, is allowing, you know, debit cards that are not even the ones from the proper country of the shop. Alright. Oh, will you look at this? This looks so beautiful. I'm sure that these corridors don't have a single trap in them. Well, okay, we gotta look at the right side. Every corridor except for the second to last one has a checkpoint, and this is the last screen of this shitty ass section. So we gotta look at the right side here. I think that's a very bright side. But yeah, we gotta rejoice. We gotta rejoice a lot. You can still see them through the blocks. Yeah, but that's not very important because they basically can come from wherever they want to come. You know. Oh, actually, also this one didn't have a checkpoint at the end of the corridor. So it seems that, at least so far, all of the spikes that are popping up are coming in front of you, so you don't need to react to them. So I guess these are not really traps, this is just fancy spawning, which is pretty cool. I prefer that, obviously, who wouldn't? Damn, nice. Okay, you're being very generous, I'm actually scared. Because you're being super generous right now. For some weird reason. Okay, that jump looks a little bit hard. You call something in this game cool? I mean, having spikes spawn in front of you is pretty cool. Assuming the portal is real. Yes, I assume the portal is real. You think it's not? I think it is real. I don't think that's a fake portal. I mean, you might be right in doubting that that's real, but I don't see why it wouldn't be, because the item is right there, you know? Unless the item is also fake, which could be. Place your bets, I know. Place your bets. I need to start another stage right now. You mean you? How many stages have you beaten so far? Because this one will be my 5th one. Oh, this is the last one you did. Oh, so you want to play the other stages so you don't spoil yourself. I see. Yeah, well, this stream I'm assuming that I'm just gonna do the start of the following stage because I really don't think that... Yeah. I really don't think that I will make it much further anyways. I feel like next stage will be a banger. I have my doubts. I know that it's something that we want to be optimistic about and we want to believe that it will be the case. But with the current record of not a single good stage, yeah, I don't know. Because if at least there was a single stage, I remember that game, well, remember that game that I don't remember the name of? Yeah, that one. It was called I Wanna Be the Phantom, I think. See, that game had one stage that was pretty good, and then the rest was putrid garbage, right? But at least you had a record there. You were like, okay, you know what? Sure, these other 3 stages were garbage, but at least the first one was very good. So maybe the next one will also be as good as that. But in this game, we don't have a current record of that. The first stage was trash. The second stage was unimpressive. I wouldn't call it trash. It was mediocre into a bad boss. The third stage... I guess the third stage might have been the most decent one, but it's still decent at most with some very shitty screens, but hey, I guess it's there. The fourth one was just bad because of the boss. If it wasn't for the boss, I would also say the fourth one was decent, but no, the boss, it's pretty much like the second stage. The fourth stage and the second stage are very similar in that they are basically like a decent and impressive stage and a bad boss. And this one is just putrid garbage all the way. So with that current record, I don't really have my hopes up, you know. And I don't know how to make this jump. Is there any advice for that jump? Because I mean, there was something similar to that in the previous corridor. And what I did was able to get through the first spike, but the problem here is that there are two. I don't think I can get over the second one. That's just an annoying jump. Yeah, I'm aware, but like, is there no strategy? Like, should it be short jump into short jump? You should jump, yeah. Alright. I guess it's one of those jumps that is best to be mindless about it instead of thinking too hard. Problem is that it's just hard. I wanna be the jump. Because it feels like if you wait too much to jump on the first spike, you're obviously gonna hit it. But if you do it too early, you will hit the second one. Always being mindless. What you mean if my nose was on purpose? What are you trying to say? Too early. The drawing having a U-nose? I mean, that's just the guy drawing it having that art style. You know? Oh, I got it. Yeah, it's just a random ass jump, basically. Like Skidward. Yeah, I mean, it's just the guy drawing it that way. I mean, he used to draw other co-workers and they also had some very weird facial features. I remember one about a co-worker that the teeth looked like they were the ones of a horse. You know. It's a shame that he's not around here anymore, but you know. The problem is that it's one of those people that have a life. So he cannot be here. And that's an interesting last spike. Like, believe it or not, the guy actually goes out and shit like that. Watching Twitch is something that he doesn't do that often. He just used to come here because I was streaming and I was a co-worker at the time, but he hasn't been my co-worker for like 3 years, so yeah. Oh, you know. he will still be remembered because of that one drawing. So he's immortalized here. You know? Yeah, a legend, some must say. I wonder what he's doing right now. Impossible to know. It's also been a while since I even talked to him, even off the stream, right? And I'm sure he's fine. Got him. Well, it's not the end. It wasn't a fake portal, but it's not the end. Wait, what am I looking at? I mean, it's a real portal. It's just that it's not the one that takes you to the end. There is no checkpoint, really. Animating for Japanese television. I kinda doubt that's the case. Yeah. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. I don't know what happens if you go to the right on the other screen. Cause I died, but before I died, there was a time that it showed like a different screen. So I don't know if the screen loops or what's supposed to be the case there. That last jump with the spikes closing is so shitty. Game Maker just does that. Yeah, I should have assumed that. Problem is that I don't know exactly where to jump, and the fact that it's full of traps doesn't help, really. That's kind of a problem. Also, I really don't like when developers make you rush the game. Like in this case, for example, if you don't do these jumps fast enough, the last jump is impossible. I don't like doing my platforming not at my own pace. It's very annoying. But it's whatever. I have to probably double jump there because I'm trying to land before the spike, but that seems like a way worse option. Yeah, I'm not even getting chased by that other girl. But yeah. There is no motivation. But, you know, that's fine. Okay. This is very draining. It's very draining because this part is already super hard. But then you have a full screen that I have no clue what to do, and there is no save, obviously. I think I will need to ask you what to do on the next screen. So if it's possible, I would like to do it. I will say one shot in it, but I guess I already died once. I guess two shot in it, if it's possible. There surely won't be any more needle. I mean, I already saw the other screen, if that's your worry. Don't listen to Draenor. It's fine. Well, in any case, I wonder, is the kid's shirt different than before? Because you know that I remember seeing this guy wearing like an aqua blue shirt, but right now that shit is green. So was it always that color, or am I becoming colorblind? Because I feel like it was lighter before, but now it looks darker, like it's a darker shade of green. I think it's the same during the whole game. Gotcha. I guess I am becoming colorblind. You see it in different stages. Yeah, I guess it's the contrast that makes it look like it's a color that it's not. So seeing a lot of blue in this stage, for example, makes it look like it's darker when in reality it's not. You can single jump. Yeah, I know I can single jump this, but my problem here are not these jumps. My problem is the diagonal jumps. Yeah, I understand that doing single jumps is faster, but yeah, my real issue is the double diagonal jump. It's just very annoying. Alright. So, Draenor, what should I do here? Is there any trap in this place? Because I'm assuming there is, since that's how the whole stage has been. But I want to know where I shouldn't go. Just jump left? You mean up there? Ooh, that was very close. Ignore the right side. Wait. When you say ignore the right side, you mean even now? Like you say that I should keep going left? Or you mean that... Okay, go to the portal, gotcha. And that diamond jump, dude. The bottom right shit is useless. Yeah, and the bottom left shit is also useless. That isn't a legitimate... That is a diamond jump. Yeah, that's the problem. Diamond jump to end the checkpoint. A diamond jump to end the checkpoint. Can you believe it? A diamond jump to end this shit-ass checkpoint. See, and this is why people tell that your game is shit. Creator. You don't put that sort of garbage at the end of a long checkpoint. Well, I guess this is not a long checkpoint. But see, here is the thing. You have a double diagonal. You have... Well, you have to do it fast. Then you have a very tight gate jump that becomes impossible if you are not fast enough. And then you put a diamond at the end. Like, see what I mean? Don't you think of this before you do it? Like, don't you think there's anything wrong with this? You think this is fine? You think that this is actually good? Like, not once have you thought, hey, maybe this isn't good. Maybe I should actually change the checkpoint to make it good, because right now it's a piece of shit. Like, that thought didn't cross your mind even once. Ever. Maybe there is a trigger to remove those spikes. Yeah, it could be. The problem is that that will be trial and error. And doing the diamond spike is also trial and error, so... I mean... I wouldn't know because I first tried it. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, me first trying something like that would obviously be beginner's luck. That champ, it's a lot more riskier than it looks, though. I have a feeling that at least I should check on the bottom left if there is something. Yeah, that emote is pretty nice. That emote is indeed pretty nice. My fucking god. This is why we can't have nice things, you know? This is why we cannot have nice things. For checkpoints like this one. Checkpoints like this one, I am afraid to randomly play any fan game. Like, the reason why when I am about to play a fan game, I both ask and try to make sure it's a fan game that a lot of people have reviewed as good. Because of garbage like this. Fuck you, dude. Like, I really feel that it's just the lack of care. Because I feel that if you care even a little bit, you will realize that this... Not just this checkpoint, this whole area is garbage. Right? That's the issue. That to me is lack of care. Like, you just don't care. You pull this shit out just so you can say that you made a fun game. That's the only reason. Because this shit doesn't have any other reason to exist. It's not fun. It's not impressive. It's not creative. It's nothing. It's just garbage. Something that has no use. But you know, that's why I feel like stuff like this is no care at all. Like, you just don't care. And obviously if you don't care, I shouldn't care either. You know. This is more of a challenge that I put myself into. I'm not gonna back down. Not yet, at least. Yeah. I might not even finish this stage today. Like, I thought I might be able to play like the start of the next stage, but this checkpoint really feels like a not good checkpoint, obviously. But a checkpoint that will take a shit ton of time to beat. Alright. It's fine. I mean, on the right side, it's been a hot minute since I played a shitty ass fun game. I mean, the last shitty fan game that I remember playing is I Wanna Be the Phantom. Because at least I Wanna Be the Diverse, I didn't like the ending, but the rest wasn't bad, it was pretty cool. But yeah, I Wanna Be the Phantom was garbage except for in like one stage. And it's been a while since I played that game. Well, a while relatively. It's been like 4 months, I guess. Not really a while. But yeah. It will get better after this. I mean, that's not a very high bar to pass, you know? I mean, that's like someone that is having an earthquake and you tell him, you know what, it's gonna get better after this. Yeah, thank you for the words of encouragement. It will indeed get better after the earthquake. That is correct. That is if I can even make it to whatever happens after the earthquake. So yeah. You know. Well. You say that on the right side of the following screen there is nothing, in the sense that not even a trigger. Like the right side is worthless, but you didn't check the left side, right? You didn't check if there was a trigger on the left side. So I'm willing to do that, mostly because every time I think of that diamond champ, I don't see myself beating it. I just don't see myself beating it. Not in a reasonable amount of time. That's the problem. That's the big deal. You can also time the first diagonal perfectly. You do like a full jump at the right time. So, okay. I gotta try it. It's probably gonna be a waste of time, but I gotta try it. So if I were to go down, right? Like there's nothing here. Nothing here. There's something here though. Doesn't look like it. It's gonna be pretty hard to... Oh yeah, that was bound to happen. It's hard to not die there. But yeah, nothing trigger at all. So I gotta assume that as much as I don't want, I need to do that diamond the whole way. Fuck me, dude. Was a good thing Genshin stopped me from leveling up higher. You made a bunch of mistakes at the start. What type of mistakes? Stupid fucking mistakes, man. Do you have a little bit of an announcement, Mr. Blue? Wasted a bunch of purple XP books. I focus on 3 characters instead of 1. Max out my character's HP. All passive XP I gain fighting is wasted. No, not really. See, the experience that you get from fighting is so inconsequential that it doesn't matter. So don't worry about that. Nobody cares about the passive experience you lose. It's so little that probably with all that you play so far, you probably could have leveled up 3 times. So yeah, don't worry about it. The passive experience might as well not be there. And the one about 3-star weapons, I guess that's a blunder, but it's also not that big of a blunder. If you want to build characters properly, no character uses a 3-star weapon. Like, sure, there are options of 3-star weapons for in case you cannot get the proper gacha weapon for the character, but it's not that serious. And like almost nobody uses 3-star weapons anyways. Like really wouldn't. Like that's not that big of a blunder. I wouldn't even call it a blunder in the first place. Like 3-star weapons. Yeah, don't worry about it. I tell you don't worry about it because I know that I usually worry about things like that. Like when I'm studying out games that require some commitment and I feel like I did something wrong at the beginning and I'm like, damn, I can't believe I wasted so much time not doing this. No, both things that you mention are worthless. 3 stars less worthless than a passive experience, but still worthless. Not that important. In fact, you know what? Just so you are calm, let's just say that it's just as worthless as the passive experience. As I say, I wouldn't recommend using 3-star weapons to level up other weapons simply because the experience they give is not worthy. But it's not that big of a deal. I got it. What a piece of shit area, dude. That was easily the worst area in the whole game so far. Worse than the first one. And that's already quite a high bar to lift. Oh shit. Get a disco. What about 3-star artifacts? They are even more worthless than 3-star weapons. So yes, get rid of them. And when I say get rid of them, I mean use them to level up other artifacts. Obviously, no, don't just delete them. Also, what's the fragile resin? Not a problem. Fragile resin, I have like 100 something fragile resin because I never use it. The only time I use fragile resin is when I'm killing bosses or like doing something with my friends and I don't have resin. So in order to play with them and also get some rewards, I do that. So yeah, don't worry about fragile resin, it's fucking worthless anyways. I mean, it's not worthless. It's useful if you want to get something, but don't save it. Or if you're gonna save it, just understand that it's not that important. Like, there's not gonna be one point where there's gonna be like, oh no, this event requires me to use a lot of resin and I just wasted it. No. That's only been the case in one event, that resin was relevant to the event, and that event was like 2 years ago. After that, no single event required resin. So all that requires resin is just regular content in the game that will never go away. So yeah. Finally we reached the needle stage. I know. The song is a medley of Idol Master songs, the Medley Master. I hecking love medleys, I know. Bad chest. Yeah, you didn't do wrong. I mean, your level is not very hard to not do wrong. I do? Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind medleys. just, you know, find saying, if you say hacking, there has to be a badges associated to it. You know, that's how it is. The word hacking has to be necessarily associated with badges. Otherwise, what are you even doing? Wow. Well, here we have a nerf plane champ. A very evil champ, but hey, at least it's not a plane. But yeah, not like it's much better. Well, yes, it is much better, but they are both shit. Just that one is almost impossibly shit. You know that speaking of badges, one emote that I could add is like a variant of the Soy Shack emote. I'm a very big appreciator and fan of Soy Shacks. They are an art form that is pushing boundaries every single day. They really are a very nice form of art. They are true modern art. Not like those scribbles that you see in modern museums. No, no. Soy Shacks are truly modern art. But yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know how to make it appealing. Yeah, I don't know how some people cannot just look at a Soy Shack and laugh. Like, they are so ridiculous, so exaggerated, so nonsensical. I understand that you don't find them funny, but to get angry at them, like, I don't know, dude, if I'm arguing with someone and they throw a Soy Shack at me, I won't be like, oh, fuck you, goddammit, I can't believe you just did that. No, I will laugh my ass off. Someone there to Soy Shack me and my argument. As long as it's creative. If you just put like the regular Soy Shack in there, it's like, come on, bro. You can try harder than that. But yeah, there are so many variants of Soy Shacks. There is even a Boru for Soy Shacks. You know, shoes like Danboru. Well, there is a Danboru, but only for Soy Shacks. I wouldn't recommend visiting it if you are sensitive, because there is a lot of very crude and obviously politically incorrect humor. But yeah. A Saida Yosho's Soy Shack, that would be cool. But yeah. It's just they fill my life with joy, and maybe with soy as well. Well, I recognize this song. This is Kirame Kirari, the theme song of Yayoi. Probably like the only Idol Master song I know. Well, that, and I guess Kyun Vampire Girl. That's a good one too. Wither Washak. No, you are misunderstanding, Blue. It's not Washak. Washak is the super group. I'm specifically talking about Soy Shack, which is a subgroup of Washak images. It obviously comes from Washak, but Washak is a different thing. Soy Shack is particularly mocking a very specific expression of fake excitement. or sometimes even like legitimate excitement, but for very stupid shit, right? It usually is used to mock YouTube thumbnails. You know, when people in YouTube thumbnails made like that surprise expression, right? The one with their mouth open, and usually they also have a beard to go with it. That's the typical Soy Shack expression. Remember when PogChamp was replaced? Yeah, that was great. Like, I think that the second image that was added daily on PogChamp was great. Like, that was like the definition of a Soy Shack, and it was official too. The shame it didn't last more than 1 day though. Yeah. Well, like all of the other ones with the exception of the current one, I guess. Yeah. I have no idea how to do this, Sham. What are you supposed to do? Maybe I'm not supposed to go down here? But can I even go up here? Like, can I land here? It looks like I could land there, I guess. So you like this needle, Draynor. So if you like this needle so much, mind telling me how the fuck do I get this, Sham? Because I'm a little bit lost. Don't bonk? Huh. You seem to be correct, thanks. Well, I bonk at the end, but it seems that you can allow yourself that as long as it's not too exaggerated. The real problem is not getting through that spike. The real problem is pressing left afterwards. Because if you press left, you're most likely gonna get hit by that spike. But if you don't, obviously you get killed by the 2 spikes at the bottom. But yeah, this seems like a very hard jump. So I'm not sure how to do it. I'm assuming you're supposed to land on the platform below the spike, right? Like you're not supposed to, yeah, well, where else will you land? Yeah, I guess that will be the case. Is it possible to jump over these 2 spikes with a single jump? Or do you need no matter what to double jump before the second one? No, I think that you need to double jump before the second one. Right? I don't think a single jump, even without bonking, I don't think you can go over the 2 spikes. I think that you can only reach before the second one. There is a skip you can do with that ledge jump. Yeah, that's what I assume. It's just that this jump looks even harder. But yeah, I am aware that, well, not only that, but I mean, look at what else there is here, dude. I mean, sure, this skips the whole screen, right? So, first of all, you need to land here. Then you have to jump here, which is already hard without dying to this spike. Well, this jump is not hard, but then comes a gate jump into a diagonal. And, well, the other diagonal, I guess it's there no matter what, but... Alright, let's see. Almost. Well, my problem is the ledge jump. Like, I got it there, but it seems very hard to get. And that diagonal seems like a problem. Mostly because I don't see how I can jump that high. Because, like, I focus my first jump on getting past the gate jump. But after that, there's not much to be done, you know. the sense that I cannot get enough height from only the second jump. It's like I'm supposed to jump the gate in a specific angle that will give me enough. Do you know what align do I need here? Like, is there a specific align that will be better? And if so, which one is it? Because it's pretty clearly something that it's better. You don't use aligns. Yeah, well, that's fine, but here it's pretty clearly something that it's easier with one align. I died to the top spike of the diagonal. Well, then again, even if I get past that, I still need to get past this one. And this one looks very hard as well. Well, then again, I can probably bonk here. No, but it's the spike being here, I don't know. The one that isn't the same as the ledge. What this? Is that the align, the one, the right wall? That the one you mean? Or is there another one? I'm not sure. Or is there a better one? Like, of these walls that you're seeing right here, like, let's just call, this is the third wall, this is the second wall, and this is the first wall. So of those walls, which one and which side should I go? Which side do you think that it's the best one there? There are not many choices. I think that what's important is getting the double jump right. If you get the double jump right, you'll be fine. Wasn't watching when you number them. From left to right. From left to right, 1, 2, 3. Just like that. And obviously the only walls I have access to down there, obviously. I went and actually got the domain, by the way. I'm not afraid. Now the proud owner of Draenor.moe. Congratulations on your domain. Hopefully you host lots of nice things. I'm starting to think that maybe I should just go the intended path here, but this jump looks just as hard. That's the problem. It's not like it looks easier. If it looked easier, I will go down there, but actually huge, I know. Anything besides the ledge, so not inner left. What will he host? He's probably gonna host what he said, a page that links to other pages. Drayboru? It could be. The Waffle House? currently redirects to your GitHub page. Nice. Seems like I need to enable SSL or some shit. SSL is the HTTPS certificate, which just essentially means that the traffic that goes through HTTP request is trusted by a certificate. That's pretty much what HTTP is, well, what SSL is. You get one extra pixel. Yeah, but I still don't understand which one you mean by not inner left. You lost it if you touch the edge. Yeah, like if I touch the edge from below. Yeah, I understood that part. Still hard to properly aim though. Super slim thing. I don't think you can do that, Kyle. I think that might be illegal. The one directly left of the save is same as ledge. Yeah, I assume that, which is the reason why I was doing this and then saving. I'm assuming that this game saves aligns, right? Like the align is not gonna change just because you touch a wall and then... No, I'm assuming it saves aligns. The main register actually does SSL shit with Let's Encrypt, just takes up to 24 hours it seems, so I'm all good. Nice. Making progress. Making some very nice progress. I can't get past that corner jump. I wonder if all this time, if it was invested to the rest of the map, it would have been faster. But considering how hard the first checkpoint already is, I feel like it wouldn't. It's impossible to know now. I just cannot do that jump. It's as hard as I expected it to be. It's a shame. Be like, I either undershoot it or overshoot it. It's the classic. The tools you need to launch a $1 billion idea are available to start for free nowadays? Not really. A web page doesn't become multimillionaire for free. I mean, see, here's the thing. If you want to win millions just from a web page, you will need at the very least to pay premium servers. And I can tell you that paying for the kind of servers that serve thousands, if not millions of people are not cheap, you know. Doing the hard strat, I wouldn't call this the hard strat, dude. This thing down here fucking sucks. Like, I feel like the intended way is way harder than going up there. I mean, both are hard as shit, but I don't see the difference. And like, if one is gonna allow me to beat the whole screen, I'd rather do that one. If they are just as hard, like, might as well just do the hard one. That's the issue. Not the entire product, just the idea. Yeah, I guess it could be the case. Alright. No, I think that's enough for today. This is just tilting me too much. I will continue it tomorrow though, but yeah, that's enough needle garbage for one day. I mean, I already cannot tolerate a little bit of needle, so yeah, a whole day of needle, it really destroys my mind. So let's stop for today and just continue tomorrow. So thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream with more of this piece of garbage game. So have a good one everyone, and take care.